Welcome to our channel. Until we get to the point where everyone is using a jetpack, flying a drone is the closest most of us will get to personal flight. While high prices once made them exclusive to Hollywood productions, the technology behind drone components, specifically cameras, lithium-ion batteries, and wireless networking gear, has evolved in recent years. Now, for less than $500, you can get a great drone that will pilot itself, fly for 30 minutes or more, and shoot 4K video. And even an inexpensive drone for beginners can offer plenty of fun. For about $50, about 40 pounds, or 80 Australian dollars, you can get a basic quadcopter drone with an integrated camera that can fly for nearly 10 minutes on a charge. But there are plenty of affordable drone options that fall somewhere in the middle, offering various combinations of features, video quality, and price for every drone enthusiast. Below, we've got recommendations for the best drones for beginner and intermediate pilots looking to spend less than $1,000. We've outlined our top picks for the best drones for kids and beginners, intermediate users, and prosumer enthusiasts, as well as an introductory drone for folks interested in racing, which is a whole scene unto itself. We'll update this list periodically. We've also included a more in-depth buying guide on the best drones below, with more information about the key things to consider before you buy. Before you continue, please click on the subscribe button below. Number 10 is RYZE TELLO. If you or your kid are looking for a simple way to learn the ropes, this inexpensive flying drone model is a great place to start. The RYZE TELLO is inexpensive, safe to use, and easy to fly. It's stable enough for newbies, with sufficient power to fly outside, though not in high winds, and offers a handful of pre-programmed flight patterns and up to 13 minutes of flight time per charge. It doesn't come with a dedicated controller or a particularly great camera, but it's good enough to shoot 720p video and 5-megapixel photos. Number 9 is DJI MAVIC Air 2. Though Mini 2 remains the best drone for most people, it lacks the build quality, camera technology, and extensive flight time you get with DJI's step-up model, the MAVIC Air 2. The second-generation Air isn't cheap. This camera drone costs several $100s more than the Mini 2, but it's considerably sturdier and stronger. It's also heavier, but mostly due to a beefier battery, which has pushed its flight time beyond 30 minutes per charge. The MAVIC Air has legit camera specs capable of shooting full 4K video at 60 frames per second and capturing 48-megapixel photos. It has a top speed of 42.5 miles per hour and APAS 3.0 technology, which helps it more fluidly navigate around obstacles instead of just stopping to avoid them. Number 8 is DJI MAVIC 2 Pro. The DJI MAVIC 2 Pro remains the best premium drone you can buy for a few reasons. It has a large sensor, is a joy to fly, and the foldable design makes it portable and travel-friendly. If you need zoom or serious portability, then the MAVIC 2 Zoom and MAVIC Mini are worth investigating. But otherwise, this is a fine all-rounder for those who need a bit more quality than the MAVIC Air 2. Its 20-megapixel 1-inch sensor is capable of shooting raw stills and 4K video at 30 frames per second, while the aperture is adjustable between f/2.8 and f/11, which means less need for ND filters. What's more, despite its impressive skill set, the MAVIC 2 Pro is easy to fly and intuitive to control using its partner app, while a range of intelligent shooting and flight modes make capturing cinematic shots a cinch. It also offers some of the most advanced flight and camera tech currently available, making it capable of delivering pro-grade images, yet still accessible even for beginners. Provided you don't need optical zoom, this is pretty much the perfect drone for most people if you can afford it. Number 7 is DJI Mini 2. One of our few complaints about the DJI MAVIC Mini was that it couldn't shoot 4K video. This excellent successor fixes that, while giving us a few extra treats in the process. The Mini 2 has the same ultra-compact design as before, making it the joint smallest drone in DJI's lineup, but comes with a few controller that boosts its range thanks to OcuSync 2.0 connectivity, and delivers a more polished flying experience. Like the MAVIC Mini, it's packed with a generous selection of beginner-friendly quick-shot modes, which see the drone perform pre-programmed moves. But the Mini 2 offers more for pro snappers too, thanks to the inclusion of raw photo shooting, while 4K video means the arrival of a boosted 100 megabytes per second bitrate. Sure, the Mini 2 isn't otherwise a huge step up from the MAVIC Mini, but it's undoubtedly the best compact drone you can buy. Number 6 is DJI MAVIC 2 Zoom. The DJI MAVIC 2 Zoom is largely identical to the MAVIC 2 Pro, apart from one crucial difference: its camera system. While both the drones are incredibly portable, sharing the same lightweight foldable design, and offer a range of high-spec features, the Zoom pairs a smaller 12-megapixel sensor with an 24 to 48 millimeter optical zoom lens. That means you can capture close-up shots of subjects like people while still maintaining the safe and legal distance of 50 meters. Because of the smaller sensor, image quality doesn't quite match the MAVIC 2 Pro, and the f/2.8 aperture is fixed. But photos and videos are still more than good enough for professional use. The real boon is that zoom lens, which unlocks a world of creative shooting potential. Range is good, distortion minimal, and control is intuitive via the partner app. On top of that, you get all of the intelligent flight modes you'd expect from a DJI drone, including active track and hyperlapse, as well as a decent 30-minute flight time. If you want a drone with zoom, this is the one for you. Number 5 is DJI MAVIC Mini. It's now been succeeded by the DJI Mini 2, but this ultra-compact drone will remain on sale, and that's good news for anyone who needs a slightly more affordable palm-sized drone with impressive video quality. Compared to its newer sibling, you miss out on raw photo capture, OcuSync 2.0 connectivity for improved range, and some new motors. But the MAVIC Mini is otherwise very competitive and still streaks ahead of any other drone in its weight category. Just like on the Mini 2, it's a shame there's no active track object tracking or follow me function. But if you're simply looking to take your first step in aerial photography or videography, the MAVIC Mini is a great option. We'll be keeping a close eye on its price tag too to see if it moves further into super bargain territory. Number 4 is DJI Phantom 4 Pro V2.0. DJI's Phantom range was the series that really took its drones to new heights. And while the Phantom 4 Pro V.20 isn't the newest model in the list, it remains a fine option for professionals who need something sturdy and reliable for windy conditions. It launched in 2018. The Phantom 4 Pro V2.0 was a big upgrade on the Phantom 4, bringing it vastly improved obstacle avoidance and intelligent flight modes like active track. Its 20-megapixel 1-inch sensor can also shoot impressive raw stills and 4K 60p video at 100 megabytes per second in the D-Log color profile. Of course, the Phantom 4 Pro V2.0's size, it weighs 1,375 grams, means it isn't as convenient as the foldable MAVIC 2 Pro, which also has a 20-megapixel 1-inch sensor. Number 3 is PowerVision POWEREGG X. Ignore the culinary name. The POWEREGG X is a flyer, not a fryer. And in a market dominated by drones that don't like water, PowerVision's aerial orb is distinctive in its ability to fly in the rain and land on lakes with the Wizard bundle. Image quality is affected by the plastic waterproof housing, but being able to operate in and float upon the wet stuff opens a range of creative possibilities. So too does the versatile modular design. The POWEREGG X can also be deployed as a handheld gimbal camera and an autonomous AI camera which can be mounted to a tripod and controlled with hand gestures. Number 2 is PARROT ANAFI. This lightweight bug-like drone might be small, but its photography chops are among the most impressive around. Its camera has 180 degrees of vertical range, which enables it to take photos directly upwards, a feat no other drone can match. It also has a 2.8 times zoomable lens with no image quality reduction. The PARROT ANAFI is a particularly good choice for selfie fans. It follows me mode tracks your movements, adjusting automatically for more photogenic angles, and its small smart dronies modes, orbit, parabola, boomerang, and tornado, cause the drone to fly around you in various circles and arcs. Number 1 is DJI MAVIC Pro. It's now been superseded by the DJI MAVIC 2 Pro, see above, but this is still one of the best consumer drones around. And now it's more affordable too. Until the DJI Spark came along, the MAVIC Pro was the smallest drone in DJI's lineup. Don't let its diminutive size fool you though. This pint-sized flyer boasts the kind of performance that DJI's larger drones are famous for. Thanks for watching this video. Please hit the thumbs up and leave a comment below about which drone was your favorite.